Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel 2. Our last episode, having entered the Terror Shrine, we explored it to find a boss awaiting the Tildorn Gaia, forcing us into a desperate fight. The desperation then continued as we reached Grelia Fortress, seeing the damage caused by the superweapon deployed against it with our very own eyes. With Machias triggering a trap, Zeno and Leonidas of Zephyr descended upon us before the provincial army arrived in Drakkhens, forcing us to call Valimar to counter.
It's down!
Now! Destructive impact!
Nicely done, Rean.
I'm just glad that it worked. This is where the real battle begins.
Yeah! That's our Rean!
That was quite an impressive plan.
Huh?
Are your Arcuses resonating with one another?
Go ahead and show me what you can do!
You can now perform X arts. The rest of Class 7, Instructor Sarah included, can influence Divine Knight battles by acting as secondary contractors. The character closest to Rean will be chosen as default battle partner. X arts vary by character. We've got a new buddy here who's attacking us. He's trying to use his crazy stuff. Oh, we lost our CP? Oh, we gained our HP back, I guess. Right, so now we got Flame Impact, Lustrous Slash as well, because we got swords. What are you going to do, Fee? Defend recovers 5% HP, damage minus 70%, defensive stance consumes 25 CP. Okay, so we don't have a straight heal anymore. If you're trying to use a gun, let's attack your arm. Oh no! Now, let's not let RNG screw me again. Changing partners. You can change partners with the R and up and down buttons. Okay, XR. So wait, she gets a full turn? Recovery self restore 1000 EP. What the hell? Recovery cell 50% HP and 30 CP consumes 400 EP. Wait, so I have endless stuff? EP 200. Gale Raid, attack with Blades of Wind element, creates a barrier of wind, can act again quickly. Come on, Phaeton. Right, so his arm didn't work. His head doesn't seem that good for it either. I was thinking maybe I should Morning Moon, but I didn't have it at that point. Okay, this is kind of cool. Yeah, Fee, you can have some more turns. And what am I going at while your body's like that? It looks like I'd go for the head.
Now! Gotcha!
It's working! Keep it up!
Oh, the head isn't the best point. Okay, we're back to this again. So this is body.
Let's go! Gotcha!
My turn.
Oh, Fee, we got this. Again, now would have been a great time to use Morning Moon. Burn 50%, can't guard counter, 6% chance to unbalance. Impede as well, so we can maybe block those abilities. Shall I just evade for a bit?
Bring it on! Gotcha! Gotcha! Now!
Suck it, you!
Gotcha!
Any attack will do now, won't it?
Curse you!
Great, just one more. My turn.
Right, so if I get you to use Spirit to heal me up,
Let me help.
then you can EP Battery on the next turn. This is ridiculously good.
Now! My sword will cleave open the way! Like domination!
Different finisher as well, because we had a sword. Come on, if you want to poke me with your tiny little sword,
Let's go!
you have to do a little bit better than that.
Okay.
Now! Gotcha!
That's it. Okay. Just a little more. Charging him up.
See what charge looks like. Aren't I invincible? Feels like it a little bit.
Let's go! Gotcha!
One more attack to finish the job.
Now!
The power of class 7 anything's possible.
Cleave open the way! Like domination! Curse you!
Well done. You did great that time.
This can't be happening! How can it be this strong?
Well, what's it to be? We can do this all day if you're still not ready to give up.
Yo, Rean!
He's got this.
That he does. He's turned this whole situation around.
Sir! This battle isn't over yet! We still have the advantage in numbers. If we can surround him, victory will be ours. Enough! What? That sounds like... You're kidding me! Ah!
Dad?
The 4th Armored Division? How are they here? They're supposed to be dealing with the force from the Transcontinental Railroad! Nothing more than a small diversion! And I suggest you turn and run off with your tails between your legs if you don't want to share their fate! Unless you men think you can handle the might of the 4th Armored Division! Curse you, Craig! Fine. If that's how you want to play, we'll just have to call. What the? Are you alright, sir? A sniper? Where are they?
What just happened? Who the...
I've taken out the commander's sensor. What's the situation with Zephyr?
Both are standing by at 5 o'clock. No signs of movement.
Acknowledged. Ignore them for now. Focus your attention on the highway instead.
Yes, ma'am.
If she can aim that precisely from that far away, we're likely in her sights too. The Icy Maiden has certainly earned her reputation.
Wouldn't want to try my luck against her. Not right now, anyway. Not much we can do while she's all the way over there. Besides, I think it's about time we called it a day. We're taking off, Fee. See you some other time, okay?
Be sure to keep up with your training. You'll need it if you want to make it through this war unscathed.
Bye-bye.
Who do those damn Jaegers think they are to retreat without orders? All units, fall back! We're returning to the Twin Dragons Bridge! Yes, sir!
Phew. Looks like we're safe now.
Hey, nice work out there. Whew. I felt uncomfortably close to death 1 or 4 too many times.
At least it's all over with now.
Dad! Thank goodness you're all right!
Elliot!
That's the famous Craig the Red, huh? Looks like the real model of a scary-ass military officer.
About that.
That's what everyone thinks at first.
Oh! My beloved gift from Adios! Why did you duck? Come here into your father's loving embrace!
No way, Dad! I mean, I'm glad you haven't changed, but Dad!
Nonsense! You were raised in my arms, my boy. What's another 2 or 3 minutes more? I can tell you've lost some weight, but you're otherwise as fit as your fiddles. Ah, it's so good to see you again.
You too. But you're seriously hurting me now. Please loosen your grip some.
That thing I said earlier, I take it back.
Yeah, everyone reacts like that.
Elliot seems really happy, though.
Yeah, it's great to see them together again.
I'm pleased to see that everything went well.
I thought it was you.
Looks like you're from the Railway Military Police. Then you must be...
It's a pleasure to see you again, Captain.
Likewise. And yes, sir, I'm Captain Claire Rieveldt of the RMP. It sounds as though we have plenty to discuss, perhaps in a more fitting location. Follow me, if you would.
Everyone wants a dad like that, yeah? I mean, best video game dad, maybe. Come on. Very wholesome, very heartwarming whenever they're interacting.
I'd like to begin by congratulating you on making it all the way here. I'm overjoyed to see you all again.
The same to you, Captain.
I had no idea what had happened to you after Heimdall's occupation. It's a huge relief to see you made it out okay.
Funny. I was just as concerned for all of you. As for you, I believe it's the first time we've had the pleasure of meeting? You're Toval Rondinor of the Bracer Guild, yes? One of Sarah's co-workers.
Wow, you've actually heard of me? Though, to tell you the truth, I've heard more than my fair share of stories about you from Sarah, too.
Kinda surprising to see you with the 4th Armored Division.
She got in touch with us soon after the war broke out, in fact. She then mobilized the RMP to guide us to this proving ground so that we could establish a base. We wouldn't be here now if not for her.
Wow, really? I see your ability to make good, quick judgments is still intact.
Reorganizing the divided divisions was of the utmost importance. I simply did what I had to do. I was concerned about His Excellency and what was happening in the capital. But he always told me to act objectively in times of crisis.
Oh, my apologies, Captain.
I'd almost forgotten that she was right there in the capital when her boss was assassinated, and by none other than Crow.
Oh, yeah. Where's Instructor Neidhart anyway? I thought he would be here with you, Dad.
He hasn't been back to this division, no. We had no idea whatsoever of his whereabouts until a few days ago. But then he was finally able to get in contact and inform us that he was well.
That's good news.
Either way, it sounds like you can't be too careful.
This base has held so far, but there's no guarantee that'll always be the case.
I wish I could deny that. The Noble Alliance is starting to put more and more resources into trying to finish us off. We know how to deal with their soldats, which evens the odds, but we're at a disadvantage when it comes to supplies.
True. This isn't the best location for getting outside help. The longer the war goes on, the harder it's gonna be to hold out.
That said, we have no intention of giving up without a fight. Our enemies have occupied the capital and effectively taken the citizens, as well as the Imperial family, hostage. Even should the goddess forgive them, I damn well won't!
You don't need to yell quite that loudly. Besides, I don't think you'll find many who are willing to forgive them. Although if anything, I'm just worried about how Fiona's doing.
Yeah, I'm worried about Dad too.
I'm afraid I don't yet have any specific information regarding Heimdall's current situation. With control of the railways taken from us, we're limited on what we can actually do, I'm afraid.
Sounds frustrating.
Regardless, it's my turn to ask all of you something. Bearing all of what we've just discussed in mind, what do you intend to do from here on out?
Well,
Good question.
You don't have the raw power that the Alliance or the Imperial Army's got. But you've still got a pretty significant weapon at your disposal, and one that neither side can afford to ignore. You need to think long and hard about how you intend to use it.
oh, I agree completely. Valimar's power is incredible. That much is definitely true. These past few days have left me with no choice but to accept what I have.
He can take on multiple soldats at once and still come out on top. If used the right way, he could maybe even change the direction of this war. Keep in mind, it's all dependent on the strength of his Awakener.
I hate to toss aside the subject of war so frivolously, but we also need to find some way to rescue Elise and Princess Alphen. If we focus on that, it makes perfect sense for us to support the Imperial Army and fight against the Noble Alliance. But
Lieutenant General, I'm afraid that we can't answer your question at the present time. At the very least, not until we've heard everyone's opinion.
Oh?
We hate what the Alliance is doing as much as you do. So in that sense, we want to do what we can to help you fight against them. But I don't think it would be right for just the four of us to decide without everyone else's input.
Yep. We need to find everyone else before making such a major decision. We make our decisions together. That's how we roll.
For now, we solely want to put our focus on finding the rest of our classmates. Then, and only then, will we decide how best to approach this war, and what we as a class can do to help end it.
I see.
Once a member of Class 7, always a member of Class 7. Can't say I'm all that surprised.
Very well. You may have been separated from Thors, but you still have every bit the spirit of a student. And it is the duty of students to absorb the world around them. Go forth, and when you're all together once again, find your role to play. Only then will I hear your answer.
thank you, sir.
Thanks, Dad.
I apologize for not being able to give you a better and more immediate answer.
Not at all. What you said was perfectly reasonable, Rean. You'll hear no objections from me. Whatever path you choose, I hope you see it through to the end, with all the inner strength and conviction of a son of Erebonia. That said, I'm conflicted about sending my dear Elliot away without proper protection. Should I send a company of troops with him? No, that might not be enough. He needs airships as well.
Dad, stop. This is so embarrassing.
He really is the most doting father I've ever seen.
I bet 100 Mir of the war would be over in no time flat if the Alliance ever tried to kidnap Elliot.
Well, in that case, how would you like me to accompany you?
You, Captain?
Are you sure?
You're currently using Ymir as your base of operations, correct? Not only could I use my knowledge to better fortify it, I could also handle communications with other regions from there. This could be a good chance to reach out and find Milliam as well. I haven't been able to contact her since the war broke out.
Oh. Works for me. To be blunt, Ymir's borders are wide open, and the Alliance could take advantage of that at any time. We can't have another incident like with the Jaegers. Bringing her back just might be our best defense right now.
I hate to admit it, but you're right. There's a limit to how much we can do. At the end of the day, we're students. We need to swallow our pride and take help where it's given, especially from specialists like the two of you. And more important than all of that, I know we can trust you.
You're right.
Exactly.
Captain Claire, we'd be honored to accept your kind offer. Welcome to the team.
The pleasure's all mine. In addition to my duties as a member of the RMP, I hereby pledge my support to everyone in Class 7.
With Captain Claire agreeing to join, they began to make arrangements to leave the military proving ground. When she'd explained that she had some preparations to take care of her own first, however, they decided to stay for a short while longer. This gave Class 7 the perfect opportunity to explore the 4th Armoured Division's base while they waited. Captain Claire has joined the party. Rean and Claire can now use overdrive when linked with one another. Well then, I suppose we might as well take a look around. We're meeting her in front of Valimar, right? That's right, we should head there as soon as we're finished up here. Got it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Dad said they're looking after a couple of Force students at this base camp? Really? They could very well be someone we know. We should go and see if we can meet with them. I'm game, let's go. Okay then. The base awaits us here, there's a lot to go to, there's shops and more. Good day everyone, and may I just say what a pleasure it is to see you again, Elliot. Everyone here has been quite worried for you. Perhaps you could take the time to make the rounds to see them. Yeah, I will. Thanks, Brocken. Usually, of course, if it's like giving us that kind of thing before going back, I'd say that we probably got an item here to pick up.
Okay.
Something here to get, let's put it that way. How come the music quietens down when we've gone under here? Let's start this side, then go around to the shop. Well, no one's dead, that's good. Oh, it's just this book again. I remember trying to find the owner, but with everything that's happened, I've forgotten all about him. I know, would you like to have it? Someone might as well get some use out of it. I just get disposed of this time around here, so you really might as well. That was easy. 3 magazines, right. I'm in the middle of doing an inventory check. Please don't disturb me. Sure thing, you do that. There's a shop here too? Oh, it's not a shop. Oh, hello. You're the visiting students, aren't you? You aren't hurt, are you? This place serves as both a rest area and a medical treatment center. So just let me know if I can help. I mean, we were quite injured a second ago when we were fighting those 2 members of Zephyr. That was horrible enough. What a fight. And it was one of them. I really am glad you're alright, Elliot. That just leaves Fiona to fret over now. Yeah, I hope she's okay too. But I have to admit, I'm more than a little anxious. Thanks for keeping us in your thoughts, Amance. Think nothing of it. Fiona's always been kind to her soldiers, so it really concerns me to not know how she's doing. Still, we'll do what we can to find her and make sure she's safe and sound. I wish you well in whatever you decide to do. Thank you. Our division has no shortage of tanks. Normally that'd be an advantage, but it also means we need more supplies for them. The Alliance has caught on to that, and they're trying to use it against us, which is smart on their part, I'll admit. If we were sitting on a month's worth of supplies, we could sort it and take them out, but as things stand, we're stuck here. I'm Luke, and I'm in charge of security here. Just to be clear, we're at war here. Assume nothing, know your place, and above all, listen to our instructions. That goes triple for you, Bracer. I know your type. Always thinking you can poke around in our business with some loophole or excuse you rummage up. Well, not on my watch, no siree. You best keep your nose out of trouble or you're gonna lose it. Do I make myself clear? Man, was it something I did? Sorry, it's not you. He's just always been like this. It's not all that strange. The army and the Bracer Guild aren't exactly cut from the same cloth. Our tanks are on the other side of the west entrance. That means you should steer well clear of that area, lest you get in the way. Which you probably would. You may not be ordinary civilians, but you're still civilians. While you're here, you'll do as I tell you. He's very army, isn't he? You all fought valiantly, and for that you should be commended. But if you challenge the Alliance again, be on guard. It's Captain Kissling. They're getting desperate, and that makes them more dangerous. At this rate, I fear there's nothing they wouldn't do to win. You're right, they did seem that way. Valimar saved our asses this time, but he won't always be there to swoop in. True enough, I was impressed by how well you managed to fend off those soldat units with just tanks, though. That's all thanks to the anti-soldat tactics we've developed. They look tough and they're quick, but they're inferior to our tanks both in offensive and defensive capabilities. They do have their strengths, namely their mobility and the flexibility they have due to their humanoid figure. But if you can deny them the chance to make use of those, they're just walking hunks of metal waiting to be blown up. This guy's kind of intense. He's a nice guy when he's not talking about military business, really. Basically, it seems to think like, in an urban combat environment, soldats win out supreme. Their maneuverability and the fact that you can't really shoot at so many things without, you know, hitting other targets, you really have to be dead on. In an open field, I'd say the tanks, of course, obviously have their advantages. The provincial army soldiers are clearly well trained, but we have an edge on that front as well. We have everything under control here, so feel free to set out wherever you're headed without worrying about us. Use your talents to fight for what you believe in. I'm sure Major Nightheart is out there fighting somewhere too. Sorry we can't sit down and catch up earlier. I wish I had the time, but you know how it is. Work is work. Don't worry about it. I know how busy you must be. You're not hurt or anything from the battle earlier, are you? You and your men were out there fighting, right? Battle, huh? You're not talking about those losers' pathetic excuse for an offensive, are you? As if any of my men would even suffer a bruise for a battle like that. Our blood is so hot, it can melt clean through iron. It'll take more than the Alliance's fancy toys to thrash us. Just smile and nod. That's all you can do when he gets like this. He does seem like the kind of guy who'd make you feel awkward. So did you see anything interesting in that assault? I assume you're referring to Zephyr's involvement. I'm curious about that as well. I also noticed the Alliance soldiers show more skills than usual handling their soldats. Indeed, it's possible the two are related. I plan to inform the Lieutenant General of my observations, so what about you? I'll go with you. Someone needs to give an account of which of us delivered the best results this time. And you assume it's going to be you. Very well then, straight to the Lieutenant General we go. The truth will come out one way or another. Competitive friendship, eh? And also, the fact is, the soldats were also packed into a choke point. That target makes it pretty damn easy for them, doesn't it? They're all close together. Just shoot. Just fire. Bzzzt. It's no use. I just can't tune in. Is that you, Monk? Oh, hello. I heard you guys were here. Glad to see you're all safe, though. Same to you. Impressive work to make it all the way here from the academy. I suppose it is, but we first years had a lot of second years helping us escape when the academy was first attacked. After that, the 4th Armored Division took me in and gave me shelter, so here I am. It's not that interesting of a story, really. Worse yet, it's kind of cliche. Doubt I'd get ready on the radio even if I sent it in. We're not really looking to be gripped here. You're alive. Why are you so down? What do you think? It's practically impossible to tune into any radio stations around here. Even if by some miracle you do manage, it's all war, war, war all the time. It's so incredibly tedious. To make matters worse, that's been on the Abentine broadcast since war broke out. I lived for that show. Lived for it. Oh. That's not the one that Vida hosted, is it? Yes, it was. Rean and I used to listen all the time, but that was back before we knew its host's true colours. Hey, don't let it get you too down. Or too down. You're still breathing. That's something. I guess, even if it feels like my love has been stolen from me, I can't stay gloomy like this forever. Wow, that's a pretty deep depression. Let's leave him to wallow in it. We've got better things to do. Normally I'd have been thrilled to have found you guys, but without Abentine, where am I supposed to send my embellished versions of your daily exploits? Oh yeah, that was what he was doing, wasn't it? Right, where to now? Hey, Monica! It's good to see you all again. I had a feeling with the new arrivals I'd heard about. Monica? Oh, you're Laura's friend from the swimming club. I thought we had voices then, weird. Then the army took both you and Monk in. That's right, and I've been trying to help them out ever since. Sounds like you've had a pretty rough time. If it's the alternative, I'm just glad Klein helped us get this far, even if we did end up getting separated. You guys haven't met up with Laura yet, have you? I was kind of hoping that you would have... Us too. We're just not exactly sure where she is right now. We do think we're getting closer though, so it should just be a matter of time. Really? Trust us, there's nothing to worry about. Yep, we'll find her. Promise. Thank you all. That's really reassuring. Be sure to say hi to her for me whenever you do find her. Of course. The army took a number of students into their care here, so I'm not really a special case. Believe it or not, they took in Rex too, though he spends so much time outside the base you wouldn't know it. He's not here right now then. Oh, were you looking for him? I'm afraid you're out of luck. From what I hear, he's practically living on the front lines lately, taking as many photos of battles as he can. That makes sense. We don't really have time to wait around until he gets back here. All we can do is pray he doesn't get himself killed. Let him know we were asking about him whenever he comes back, though. Sure. He did take up the war photographer thing, then. Just as we thought. Alright, ornaments, customizing of weapons. Doesn't look like we can buy new weapons, then, I'd say. Sad times. I guess we've got to move on before we can get ourselves some better stuff. Any newspapers, maybe? Buy some food stuff. Mature cheese. Excellent. No new master courses. We got a ton of Sepith mass we can exchange. So that's 8,000 mirror worth. If I could just do it. I'm rich again. Right. There's nothing to buy just yet. What else was I going to do there? Oh yeah. Now we can cook a little bit. Right, fresh vegetable juice. We have not got the best kind of that because we used it for Toval before, didn't we?
It's Fee's cooking power hour.
Fee's cooking power hour.
Better than expected.
She made Esmeralda juice, so let's try Elliot.
I hope this turns out okay. Oh, this looks...
Okay, they've all made Esmeralda juice. But the thing is, one of them might actually have it then, but it might not have procced.
I hope this turns out okay. This is my specialty.
Go, he says, harmonic juice. Alright, we need a bit more for giving him a down rubbish one. Rean, you cook this one then.
Try. There we go.
That's not what you're supposed to do, Rean. You're supposed to mess up.
Let's give this a try. Not what
There
I
we
had
go.
in
An
mind.
explosive omelette. That's what we wanted. Right, cheese omelette with the other two. See if one of them has
Fee's
the
cooking power hour.
best version of this.
This one's my specialty.
Speed scramble by
It'll
Fee.
I hope this turns out okay. Oh, this
And
looks pretty
just
nice.
Still mute stat down for the queen omelette. Thank you very much. So we just need to make the terrible one of that and the terrible one of that, which we should be able to do if I get the right ingredients, after all.
It's Fee's cooking power hour.
Seems that only the best one is per character.
You can try eating it if you want.
It's a tough onigiri. I'm not throwing it then. Right, so let's make fresh vegetable juice. I need some more fresh herbs. Just in case you want any there, Celine. We're on the road after all. It's not a bad idea for us to have some stock for you. Just thought I'd buy coarse rock salt in honor of Becky. Cooking supreme. Make me a terrible dish, Macias.
Let's pretend this never happened.
It cures poison. It might be poisonous itself. There's some CP game. Right, so we have our cooking list maxed out at the moment. I haven't found any more fishing stuff in a while, to be fair. But who knows, I could have missed something, to be perfectly honest. I haven't seen another fishing spot. Maybe there was one at somewhere I now can't get back to. Right, so we've done that there. That's the problem. We might just walk past it. Oh my, isn't little Elliot? Have you finished talking with the Lieutenant General? Yeah, we just met with him. Do you have to report to him? I do. Though first I have a little bit of maintenance work to do on my little darlings here. Wish I could trust the maintenance team to do their job, but their work's been so sloppy I have to finish it myself. You think they could at least manage it properly? One of these days I'm going to introduce their heads to my spanner. Someone's so pretty. She's really rather scary. She works directly under Dad, actually. She's also the most skilled tank officer in the division. The thing is, she's really particular about tanks. They're almost like her children. She likes tanks. I think there was some spare cleaning equipment in the storehouse. That ought to do the trick. Well, come to think of it, I remember seeing your friends back when you all came for that military exercise earlier this year. This is a good chance to get an unvarnished look at another side of what we do here, so make the most of it. If you plan to get involved in this war, you should know exactly where things stand. I'm in full agreement. By the way, I do have to wonder, is the tank that Lieutenant General Olaf Craig, use his full name title, is sitting on? Does he have like an extra like bit of like rebar or something that goes up like his trouser leg or up the back of his uniform so he can stay exactly still, or like something with a back so he can just rest against it and not just go Wah! And then when he goes over a bump? Does he have some kind of stabilizer system there? Because that's what I imagine it would have to be for me. You all fought admirably against Zephyr earlier. That said, I think you're all quite aware that what the outcome would have been had the battle been allowed to play out. It should be much safer if the captain's with you, but be sure to stay alert. Yes, that battle was not going well. We'll back you up however we can, but we can't offer any guarantees to your safety. This is a war after all, so keep that in mind and act with discretion.
Oh, RMP cars.
Maybe Captain Claire and her team drove them here?
Nope, they definitely made them from scratch while they were here. 100%. The captain's departure actually comes at an opportune time, since we're ready to move into the next phase of our plans too. Accompanying you should allow her to sneak into a number of the Empire's regions, and that's to our benefit in the long run. We'll be praying for success, and wish you all the best of luck. I'll leave the RMP in your care then. First Lieutenant, continue with your present activities while gathering info, using this area as your base. Second Lieutenant, your objective should be to make contact with the other armored divisions elsewhere. Yes, ma'am! By the by, Captain, will you have any need of this equipment I've gathered? Yes, I think I will. I'm afraid it'll take a little longer to get everything sorted out here before I can depart. Can you wait by Valimar until I'm done? Sure thing. Take all the time you need. Well, looks like we're done. But we've got to speak to Daddy again. As part of the Imperial Army, we have our own roles to play in this war. We may not be able to fight alongside one another, but we're not on opposing sides either. I wish you all the best. I never thought the day would come when Elliot would demonstrate such an iron will, though. My boy, you've done your father proud. This isn't that big of a deal, Dad. The other side of this as well is just the fact that we didn't actually say we're going to ever be against him, did we? We basically said, yeah, we'd love to help you. We're just going to make the decision after we've make sure everyone else is on board with the decision to help you. Regardless, whatever path you choose to walk, I'm confident you have the strength to see it through. I wish you all the best. No problem, Daddy-o. Just a curiosity as well. X-Trial chest? Okay. That's not what my curiosity was. They're all 5 chapters long! They're not even big. 5 pages even. I can't even give you guys a proper bedtime story anymore. No, sir. Alright, I think we've talked to everyone on grounds. I guess it's time to head out. Well, this is where we were supposed to wait for the captain to finish up her preparations. Is there anything else we need to do? Or should we just wait here? I think we will walk away. We found ourselves a lovely little book. I imagine that's what we were here for. No, wait, here's what we've got to do, not walk away.
Sorry to keep you waiting for so long.
Changed clothes, have you?
Oh.
You're not in uniform.
I'd be something of a walking target if we were to travel to any Alliance-ruled areas dressed like that, after all. This outfit doesn't look too strange on me, does it?
No, absolutely not.
You just look so different in it that it took me a moment to recognize it was you.
Yeah, it really suits you.
Thank you very much.
Feel like I'm surrounded by horny teenagers all of a sudden.
Can't blame a guy for falling for a pretty girl, Fee. It's what we do.
I think this is one mystery about humans I'm content not trying to get my head around.
You're all ready to depart then?
Dad!
I've given my subordinates their orders. They will be backing you up as best they can in my absence. Should you need anything, let them know. They will be able to get in contact with me if need be.
Very well. Leave everything here to us. In return, I will be counting on you to support the young lions of the Academy.
I will, sir.
Elliot, I'm astounded by just how much stronger you've become in less than a year. You might not appreciate me saying this, but everything you've done has just confirmed in my mind that sending you to Thor's was the right choice after all.
Honestly, Dad, I feel the same way. It wasn't what I wanted to do originally, but if not for enrolling there, I never would have met all of my friends. So while I couldn't imagine I'd ever feel this way at the time, I'm really grateful to you now.
I'm glad to hear that. Looking at you now, it's clear that you're finally ready to forge your own path through life and make your own choices. As such, once this war is over and this nation is back to the way it was, if you still wish to live your life as a musician, you will have my full support.
You'd actually allow that?
I'm true to my word. You needn't rush to decide what you want to do now, though. I imagine that if you keep fighting alongside your classmates, you will eventually realize what you want to do. And a choice reached after long, serious thought is not one you will regret.
Thanks, Dad. To tell you the truth, I'm really not sure what I want to do anymore. But by this war's end, I'm sure I'll know too.
That's my boy. Well, I wish all of you luck and good health. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you.
Bye then.
The best to you too, sir.
Take care, Dad.
I kind of want Elliot to be a big musical burly general, to be honest. A mix of both worlds. Compassionate, but huh, why does this place look so familiar? Because it's the end of Ymir Valley. We came here during our trip. Looks like we managed to make it back safely. Wow, we seriously traveled all that distance, just like that. My legs feel kind of like jelly. It's astounding what your Divine Knight is capable of, and in the same vein, it's disturbing to think the Ashen Knight may be capable of this as well. You got that right. The last thing we need is that thing showing up in front of us out of nowhere. Keep in mind, using the spirit path consumes plenty of mana, and the places where you can use it are limited. It has its uses, yes, but personally I think there are too many negatives to design a full-scale operation around it. Mana decreasing. Entering in an active state. Valimar? Is he right? Between the battle earlier and using the spirit path to get here, he must have used up all the mana he had. Just let him rest for a day and you should be able to recover enough to travel again. I guess it's good night for you, huh? Thanks, Valimar. Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to reunite if not for your help, so thanks. You need not thank me. Do not hesitate to call me again should the need arise. Alright, we need to get back to Ymir before the sun sets. Watch your step, okay? Will do. Looks like he's sleeping a lot more peacefully now. Father Bernard said his condition has been gradually improving. He also said it will likely be some time before he regains consciousness. I see. If there's anything that we can do to help, please don't hesitate to tell us. Well, guess. We need to chip in and do our part. Rean, your friends are always so sweet. I appreciate the offer, but I know how tired all of you must be. I think it would be best if you spent the day relaxing. Perhaps we could even set tomorrow aside as a day off. But why not? Valimar's out of commission anyway, so we're going to be here whether we like it or not. Plus, you've still got to get some R&R where you still can. It's hard to take it easy when we're still not sure if the rest of us are even safe. And much as I agree with you, Elliot, I think you're probably right. We need to be at our peak when we're out looking for them. Can't argue with that logic. Like Celine said, we're stuck here anyway, so let's make the most of this well-deserved break. Roger. I think I'll start tinkering with the town's communications equipment then. Also, we need Valimar. Give him some rest. Let him restore some extra mana. A fair bit of rest. Ymir rest day 1. We need him battle ready when we land, not battle ready after a while after we land. It's kind of weird to have a day off. I guess I could kill time by hanging out with the others. It wouldn't hurt to go out in the valley and get some light exercise in either. See bonding points. Bonding points. On days off, you can view bonding events with Rean's classmates and other support members. These events require bonding points. Viewing a character's bonding event raises the link level between Rean and that character. On your rest days, you can use bonding points to participate in bonding events with other characters. How many do we have? To advance the story, inspect the door to Rean's room and select rest. Occasionally there will be key events which must be viewed before proceeding. So you can literally just do it now. If you wanted to skip the free day, you can instantly skip it. Everyone's over there? I wonder if they want a game of Blade. Please say no. This is Tio, actually. His condition is thankfully stabilized. Father Bernard is coming and visiting him every day too, so I'm sure things will be just fine. You intend to go looking for more of your classmates tomorrow, right? Make sure to use today to rest then. I will, don't worry. Lord Tio is sleeping peacefully today. I can only hope that he wakes up soon. I'll come back and check on him again in the near future. I mean, just to say, like, interest of bonding points, yes, of course, Claire, because we've never really got to spend much time with her, would make sense. But the other one, personally, for me, would be Fee, because Fee's just had an encounter with, you know, her ex-squad mates, her ex-Jaeger Corps. So I wonder if she's mulling over that. Baron Schwarzer is sleeping peacefully. His colour's looking much better compared to before. That'll be fine. All I can do is believe in him and wait. Right, off we go then. So again, it's story pertinent people I want to meet. So there's a bonding event over there, which is with Fee. I'll talk to you in a bit. What's going on in here? I came by to pay Lord Teo a visit and got roped into helping out in the kitchen. Whatever, it's worth it to see your dad doing better. Well, I expected otherwise. He spends more time hunting than he does at home. It'll take more than this to take him down. Indeed. Lady Lucy has been watching over him all night. She must be exhausted by now. So if helping around the house can help ease her worries a little, I'm happy to do it. Good, going back to work can wait. What are you doing here, Lisa? Don't mind me, Rean. I'm helping out your mother by making some food. Feels like it's been ages since I was last here, though. It's making me so nostalgic. This house is just as I remember it. Yeah, I guess it hasn't changed all that much, has it? Remember all the times Uncle Teo would Teo would play with me when I was a child. Whatever I can do to help him, I'll do it. There's gonna be a new Elisa. Elisa? Eliza? Hey, Bado. Looks like he really wants to play with everyone. Woof. Best voice acting. Right, where are we going to next? Let's check out the shop. Let's just head round town in a clockwise fashion and do our talking that we used to be at Trista, after all. Rean, you won't believe how many rare and unique things we have in our storehouse. And now this village has some visitors for the first time in ages. It's time to break some of them out. I think that mini xylophone would be just perfect for Elliot. And as for Machias, well, I'm sure think of something. There's bound to be something for everyone in there. Time to do some selling. Oh, you're selling me items for bonding points, are you? Oh, you're selling me Gambler Jack Chapter 1. I've already bought that by the look of it. Manly Munchies Jelly. It's marketed towards men. Jelly is such a manly thing. Because if you put it in the right thing, it looks like nothing. You cannot carry any more Imperial Chronicle issue 2. Okay, they're not trying to sell me xylophones and stuff. Fine by me. Okay. So I need to use that, don't I? book contains a recipe. Obtain the recipe for tomato jelly. I want tomato jelly. I guess I'll buy some starberries while I'm here then. Tomato jelly. Honey, tonight we're having some jelly. What kind of jelly do you want? Tomato. What do you want me to do? Like, try to, like, freeze some ketchup in a mold? I don't know. Thanks to everyone's help, the repairs to this place are coming along swimmingly. We really can't thank them all enough. Unfortunately, the funicular station won't be fixed for a little while longer. I mean, I can't get any new stock in. Still, everything's work out. Oh, everything will work out. We'll make it work out. We can't throw in the towel just because Lord Deo's still asleep. Indeed. Right, anything new to buy? Not really. I'm guessing, for example, we could upgrade that at this point. Costs 2, though. Oh, it looks like it's a tier above. It looks like it's next tier, yeah. Actually, plus 100%. Range plus 6. Crit plus 20%! Sure, why not? It doesn't really cost me much, does it? Okay, anyone else around at the moment? Doesn't look like it. Some days I'm just amazed by how optimistic my wife is. Which can be a bit more like her in that regard. Right, nothing new to buy. Right, first I need to turn the main power supply on, then adjust the antenna gain. What are you doing, Luke? Well, actually Captain Claire was giving me the rundown on emergency communications. Is that about special military channels? Just thinking about it, making me all jittery. I don't think it's all that different to train announcements, you know. This is the safety of Ymir. I've got to do it right. He's not listening, is he? Oh well, I'm sure it'll work out. And another bonding point could be spent with Claire. So shall I go with the Claire fee plan? Nope. Nuh-uh. You can't make them without any. There's got to be some way we can get one. Oh, I know. We could go and have a look on the mountain path. Hey now, the mountain path is no place for children to be wandering around alone. Rean, how long have you been there? Not very long. So what are you trying to make? Well, he's trying to make a paper crane. A paper crane? Like what they do in the East. Master Kafai showed me some once. You send them to sick people to pray that they'll get better, right? Yeah, Master Yun made one for me before when I had a fever. And he used a real big leaf to make it. He said they had the power of nature in them, so I'd get better right away. That's why I thought we could try making one too. Well, there's no big leaves in Ymir. There's got to be some way we can get one. I'm sure if we could make some for Mr. Baron, he'd get better right away. So they wanted to make one for Dad. What should I do? Offer to help, of course. Doing all this for my dad. Feels wrong not to pitch in. What if I went and got a big leaf for you? Really? I'm pretty sure Master Kafai would have used a Fuki leaf for it. And I remember seeing some of those in the valley. I can go take a look if you want. It's too dangerous for you guys, but it's fine if I go. Does that sound okay? Thanks, Rean. I want to make one too. Can you get 2, please? 2 it is. You should be too tough finding a couple of them on the valley, so here's hoping. Quest Leave It To Me has started. Can you believe it? By the way, is that those little plants that I saw when I went, these stick out like a sore thumb? Probably is them, right? I want to make a paper crane too. So can you find us 2 leaves, please? 2 leaves, please. There's a story event over there. Well, should I complete my optional quest before doing that, maybe then? Interesting. It was a big relief to see your classmates were all okay. I'm sure you're worried about the ones you haven't found yet, but if you ask me, they're just fine too. You just have to go out there and find them, and at least 2. Absolutely. You're all from a military academy after all. I'm sure the rest of your classmates are just fine. You just have to go out there and find them, and at least 2. I hope the rest of the classmates stuck together as well, though. I hate for them to be scattered. If you've got to be worried about one person who's out there in that world at the moment, I've got one person in mind, but I'm just wondering, chat, what one person would you be most worried about at this point? I want to see how the Baron's doing today too. I brought him some mushrooms that are supposed to be good for aiding recovery. I hope they help. Just wish he'd wake up. Plus, the village are coming along well, at least. It's just frustrating that we can't fix the Baron in the same way we can the buildings. At least they didn't hit the wine. And we can bond with Elliot if we wish to. I was so relieved to find out that Dad was alright. The hardest part of our time in Celtic was not knowing, you know. Oh geez, sorry. I really shouldn't be saying this stuff with your dad in the state he is in. Don't worry about it. Father Bernard tells me that he's making a steady recovery and that he should wake up before we know it. I hope we'll get to see yours again soon, Elliot. Me too. But he's out there fighting right now, so I've got to go do the same. I can't waste my time just sitting around. Now that he's giving me his support, I need to bring this war to an end and finally get on with the life I want to live. I feel like his dad's parting words are weighing on him pretty heavily. Maybe hanging out would help him relax. Oh, Elliot. I wish I had all the bonding points. And I guess that's the point in New Game Plus, right? If you want all the bonding points, you can have all the bonding points. Nice to meet you here, Macius. What are you up to? Not much, just trying to help out around here. And those Jaegers really did a number on this place, and since they put us up earlier in the year, I wanted to pay them back. It's really generous of you. But don't overwork yourself, okay? I won't. I know how important the rest is productivity, so I'm not going to jeopardize that. Once I finish up here, I'm going to unwind with some long overdue studying. You are the only person who'd consider studying a form of rest. As grisly a fate studying sounds, that might not actually be a bad idea. Studying? So, chat was basically... No, there's no stage to come. Chat was more worried about Millium. See, for me, it's 100% useless. I'd have thought the Millium has both military training, contacts, and, of course, as Ellie Getlam, can fly and can escape a lot of scenarios that otherwise an on-ground person couldn't. Yes, she is a troublesome person, but she's still got that training. But out there in the world on their own is useless. Because he's got that mixed allegiance that's going on. That kind of against the noble grain. It sounds like he's, of course, not joined up with the noble faction. He must be in quite a lot of, like, turmoil. I don't know how to put it. By tomorrow, Valimar should have enough mana to use the spirit path again, which means we'll be able to get out of here and on our way somewhere else. Yeah, we'll just have to choose wisely. I mean, we'll need to get all of Class 7 back together eventually, but we have to spend Valimar's mana very carefully. You can say that again. Still, as long as you're already thinking about it, you'll probably be fine. You and Valimar held your own at Gorelius, so I don't think we have to worry about how well you work together. Besides, you're lucky enough to have me watching over you until we find Emma. It should be smooth sailing. Until we find Emma? Where do you think Emma's gonna be? I have to say, it's hard not to worry about whatever Vida's up to. She knows where we are now. Even if it is protected, that's bad news. At least it doesn't seem like she's told the Noble Alliance yet, but we'll have to be ready for when she does. Oh, here's a thought. Is there anyone to turn in our good and bad food to? Remember all your classmates from when they were last here. It feels like a long time ago since you were all together, blissfully chatting away about what to do for your festival. Couldn't have imagined back then just what the future would have in store for us. One day I dream of being able to serve all of you food like that again. You must be worried about them, now that you've all ended up separated. One day, once you're back together, I dream of being able to serve you a fine meal like I did before. Now, chat. Don't hold things against me about the fact that I seem to only bond with female members. It's the story interesting ones, honest. I'd still be worried about Eustace on the basis of, like, who he is and what's going on. God. It's hard to believe Captain Claire is an officer in the military. She certainly doesn't look like one. She's so sweet and pretty, and I'd always picture them a bit scarier. That said, she does have the air of one who carries a great burden, so I suppose it's not that difficult to believe. I'll do what I can as a maid to ensure she has as relaxing a stay as possible. Sure thing. Right, that's nearly everyone spoken to on this floor. I didn't speak to you, did I? I did, actually. The village has become so much livelier since your classmates arrived. And they've been living in Celtic all this time, trying to avoid being noticed. That must have been a tiring experience. There's all the more reason to strive to make their stay as pleasant as possible. I can be more pleased to do so. Make us pleased. Is anyone in the hot spring? Approaching the curtain will allow you to enter the baths. Entering them will recover all lost HP, EP, and restore everyone's CP to 200. I'll just get in the bath with everyone, shall I? Just the men, just the men. Oh, maybe we've got to have the woman too. What happened to my manly alone time? God damn. That's nice. Does it cost me anything? No. Yeah, I was bonding with the boys right then. You're right. And Toval over there, who we won't bond with because he has a penis. You'll be pleased to know your father's recovery is coming along nicely. I'm almost surprised at how quickly he's recovering and everything. He has quite the constitution. He still needs plenty of rest, however, as do you. If you've been borrowing the power of that divine night again, you must be exhausted. Take this chance to relax. I will. Thank you, Father. But really, the be-all and end-all of this is basically I bond with the people who are story pertinent. Honest. That's why I end up bonding with Emma like every time. I should call the others from heading out to the valley. Right, it seems like there's no more quests by the look of it, so let's call our friends. And sort things out. So is everyone here? There's Claire. Gun for gun. Poor Machias. He's been shunted. She's got some good ATS to her too. Quartz-wise, Frost Edge, Spirit Breaker hit. She's got a Mobius Quartz, increased potency of items. A hit 1. Give you Aqua Bleed then. Dawn Sphere. Seal. And maybe that. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Oh, I could probably fish here.
Yes, I probably could. Has it respawned? It has. Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Why are you so struggling? Why are you swimming?
Caught one.
I wonder if this will act like the Trista River a little bit and just give us fish that we haven't caught before, maybe. That makes me doubt it. These are the exact 2 types we got before, after all. Gotta get 'em.